station. They're not filming inside the stage today, so they've given us permission to take the tram inside to show you the station, which was used in an episode of Bones, a 20th Century Fox show with David Boreanaz and Emily Deschanel. Oh, Emily Deschanel. It is not very often that you get to see what the inside of a soundstage looks like, especially when a set like this is built inside. We want you to be able to get some really good pictures of the set. We're going to be stopped here for about 10 to 15 seconds. They did the episode of Bones at about 2 o'clock in the morning, so the trams were not driving through the area at the time, so they didn't have to worry about our sound production. Everybody remain in your seats. That's an earthquake. Look out for the roof deck on the left. That looks like it's going to collapse. Hold on, everyone. Look at your monitors. This is our earthquake in one of their episodes. What's going on? Nobody ever says that. Now we're taking you to the most peaceful section of Backlot. Look at the billboard on the left. It welcomes us to amity. That's a word that means friendly. Listen to the friendly music. In 1975, we released a film called Jaws about a shark on an island called Amity. We caught the shark. You can see it hanging right there. But another one has been sighted in the water. There it is. It's right over across the way. We had to close the beaches again. Hey, get out of the water. The shark's in front of you. Swim over to the boat. Swim over to the police boat. Never mind. This shark ate him. That's great. We're going to pull up behind the pier. We can hide behind all the barrels filled with lamable. The lamable caught on fire. I see where the shark is. It's right next to us. You guys just came face to face with a great white killer shark inspired by Jaws. Look what they did to the billboard on the left after the shark attack. That's not nice. That's just going to cause panic. Kids, look right behind the billboard. There's something great over there too. That is not the same shark that was used in the film Jaws, and that's a good thing, because our shark works a lot better than the one that they used on the set. Their shark kept breaking down. It never worked very well, and it kept holding up production. Here to tell you about some of the problems they had is the director of Jaws, Steven Spielberg.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work all the time. It worked hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear radio. They were always saying, the shark is not working.
Back in the fourth car, we have someone on the left side of the tram kind of dangling maybe a tool on the side of the tram. Please make sure that you keep that inside. Please keep that inside the tram.
That's why they overshark a lot.
There's a house right over here on the right side of the tram. 2 days ago, Desperate Housewives was being filmed right in front of this house. We were driving by as they're shooting that episode. That house usually is not used on Desperate Housewives. It was just for this particular episode. But how about if we show you all the houses that are used on the show all the time? Sounds good. We're going to make a left-hand turn down to the most famous street on TV right now. It is Wisteria Lane from Desperate Housewives. The second house on the left is kind of a pumpkin color. That's where Gabrielle lives, played by Eva Freya. We're coming up to the yellow house on the left, where Susan used to live, played by Terry Hatcher. Now it's where the character Paul Young lives. The last house on the left, not the horror movie, the actual last house on the left, there's a greenhouse. That's where Lynette lives, played by Felicity Huffman. They live on a cul-de-sac. That means it's kind of like a one-lane street, and there's a circle at the end. We're going to be looping around the circle. We're going to drive right back down that street again. At the end of the road, there's a pink house. This is where Renee lives, played by Vanessa Williams. It's the same house that Edie used to live in, played by Nicolette Sheridan. She was always outside washing her car. And it's kind of neat that we're able to drive down the street today. A lot of times we don't get to take the tram down the street because they're filming. And if you're watching the show and the ladies are having a conversation in the middle of the street and a tram load of 170 people drives by behind them, it looks out of place. So they have to block off this entire street on filming days. Fortunately, they're inside the sound stages today, so we get to drive right down the street. One last house that I want to point out from the show, it's over on the left. It's a blue and white house, and there are flowers going up the walkway. That's where Bree lives, played by Marcia Cross. These houses are facades. They are not real houses. They only built the outside of the house and just enough inside that if the front door is open, you can see part of the set. But the rest of the houses are completely empty inside. All of the interior scenes are done inside the sound stages that we passed by earlier. So that is what the set really looks like. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like on the show. I'm going to play some clips on the monitors, and every single shot you're about to see is done on that street.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
Let's do that.
All right, giggity giggity. Desperate Housewives? Sorry? A lot of times the cars that are parked there are for the people who are set decorators, the people who are getting the sets ready for the next episode that's going to be filming it. A lot of the cars, it depends on the license plates. If they're fake license plates, they're picture cars used on the show. So you can always tell by the license plate if it's a car from the show or if it's just someone that's working on the set. Like these cars here, they belong to people working on the set. Now this is the town of Whoville from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Ron Howard directed the movie out here in 2000. Back at the time, this whole area was covered in artificial snow. It looked really cool. The houses look like they're made of concrete. They're styrofoam. This is styrofoam carved around chicken wire and wood. So the production designers did a really good job with these sets. Something very important is missing from the sets now, though. Who's? The Who's are gone. They abandoned their homes. They all ran away because they're afraid of somebody that lives up in this area. And it's not the Grinch. It's somebody worse than the Grinch. They built their town right behind the Bates Motel and Cycle House, run by Norman Bates and his mother. That's a great movie right there. Oh, look! It's Norman. He looks mad.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Yeah. There's the Psycho House, the Bates Motel, Marion Crane's car, Norman Bates carrying a dead body. What? Norman! Hey, this woman has taken a picture of you dumping a body in the trunk of the car. You're going to end up on her Facebook later. No, Norman, don't do that. There are people farther away from me, like in the fourth car. They probably took most of the pictures. No, Norman, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't hurt the people on the tram. We've already been attacked by a giant ape and a shark. We saw an earthquake and a flood. We've been through enough. Can he go back inside? No, he's still looking. Stop, you're creepy. He's just gawking at us. Yeah, you go back inside. This is Norman's house. On the left side, look up in the window in the second story. What a charming woman. That's his mother. Look at all the destruction behind their house. Norman and Mother didn't have anything to do with this. Steven Spielberg did. You are correct, sir. This is the set of War Worlds. In the movie, an airplane crashes right in the middle of a neighborhood and it destroys all the houses. This is where they shot those scenes. And then they left the set here so we could use it on our tour. It is a picture stop, meaning we're going to stop the tram right in the middle of the set. Now that we're stopped, if you'd like to stand up to get some pictures, you can do that. And this is what the set looked like in the movie.
The airplane crash site is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep listen to me. Listen to me. Listen. Close your eyes, okay? Now close.
Robbie, get in. Get in. By the way, that is a real airplane on the left side of the tram. It's not just a set that they don't look up. Here's the thing. The producers bought a real